Curing the pneumonia with GRAPPA. The doctor said, take it easy for a few days and snort some GRAPPA. The smell of late summer was replaced by October's rainy days. I was lucky enough to attend a couple of Croatian courses on psychological warfare. Nobody wanted to do it, but I did it. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to understand what was happening around me. I tried to understand all the propaganda that the enemy was forcing on us daily. When I had some downtime, I would often lie on my bed and watch TV. The horror of the war in Croatia was constantly talked about, with the success of the Croatian Army and police being constantly promoted. Then I would change channels to Serbian TV. The shows were the same, but they talk about how terrible we were and how we were cruel army hurting civilians, which was not true. Other channels still show parties and happy daytime talk shows. Of course, after midnight, there was a porn. Well, porn doesn't know the borders or the sides of war. That's how I would usually fall asleep, until I woke up to someone calling me to find out whether I was ready for my next assignment. In October, I contracted pneumonia. I was coughing blood for days. I couldn't breathe properly through my nose. The doctor told me there was no medicine available, apart from some paracetamol and something for my temperature. They couldn't even do x-rays. He just listened to my lungs and he told me, take it easy for a few days and snort some GRAPPA. Yes, snort, rather than drink GRAPPA. He said it was 40% alcohol and snorting it along with paracetamol would have given me right in 24 hours. Well, I wasn't okay in 24 hours. It took me 2 or 3 days before my bleeding stopped. I still went to the front line where I'd be snorting GRAPPA. No one said anything. It was some kind of traditional medicine our grandparents used 100 years ago. I used my father's GRAPPA, the same stuff he would drink in the morning and salute himself with. If I couldn't get GRAPPA, I used vodka. Finally, the pneumonia started going away. I feel rejuvenated when I wasn't bleeding anymore. My whole unit was sharing the same destiny. Everybody had some kind of disease, mainly because we went into winter, into the same uniform we had for the height of summer. I tried to find some jumpers, something with long sleeves I could tuck in under my uniform. I looked more like a clown than a soldier, but those were the times. You could be prepared physically and even spiritually, but mentally I was breaking down. There were breaking points on a daily basis. I just wanted to sleep. I'll wake up in the morning to find everything was over. From a physical perspective, I was getting blisters on my feet every day. You would pierce them, put them bandage and start marching. That's how I went into November. The military situation across Croatia was very bleak, and I did not look like we were going to win the war at all. Yet everybody was giving it their all. It was like a meat machine on both sides. We didn't have reserve army or troops to replace people on the front line, so we're being kept rushing from one point to another. The first snow started falling gently. I was standing on the street waiting for the transport to come pick me up. I felt all these snowflakes falling on my face. It made me feel like a kid again. I used it to look forward to winter for the snow. As a child, The buses would be going slowly to the snow, so we would hold on the back of the bus and be pulled skiing on our feet behind them. It was becoming very cold. The frost made the soil very hard to walk on. The metal parts of your weapon would stick, so you were constantly cleaning to keep them warm and ready. We were all still in our summer uniforms.